Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to automate source retrieve data for the balance sheets for the four I guess QE manipulators or four major economies that have dabbled majorly in quantitative easing. And when I say majorly, I don't mean just a, a one-off purchase and a couple of billion here or there, but I mean a prolonged period of quantitative easing where they've bought um, different types of bonds and instruments to, I guess, manipulate or stabilize stock markets around the world in an effort to get growth going again. Where this all leads, nobody knows, I guess, but we shall see over the next so many years. But for now, as traders, we need to know how to access the data, how to understand this data, and what this data actually means. So retrieving the data is quite simple with Metastock, like you've seen, using the same formulas that we've seen, but you can create nice charts that I've done here. So we've at the top, we've got the United States, then Europe, then China, and then Japan, who are the originators for quantitative easing. And then underneath, I've got a year-over-year analysis of how much QE is actually being printed. And this is all versus the US stock market because eventually this money goes into the US stock market because the US stock market is the biggest stock market in the world. It's the most liquid, and eventually money ends up there. And then I've also got a month over month rate at the bottom as well. And then finally, adding them all up, all four of them, how does this change or what does this look like overall in terms of the picture of global, I guess you can call it global QE, but or just for the four major economies and the four QE guys that are out there. So if you call it QE, you call it TLRO, you call it stimulus, you call it asset base um, debasement, or whatever you wish to call it. It's you're all adding debt to your balance sheet, and that's essentially what we're doing over. So on the right hand side, I've got a whole bunch of formulas over here. You can see the RIC code for the United States there, and here again, RIC code for Europe, which is just there. Um, the RIC code for China and Japan. Where is Japan? Ah, there it is. And there's Japan's over there. So that being said, and you do just do your normal year-over-year formulas and whatnot, month-over-month formulas. Nothing too difficult to do there. And that would be it. And then you can see how the rate is changing on a year-over-year basis, how it's changing over a month-over-month basis. For the United States, has just gone through the roof. Europe is also printing as well. China, not so much. Japan is starting, but the main person, well, country rather, that is printing right now is the United States, and they are printing on a year-over-year basis that is nearly hitting 60%, which is a lot. That's how you would get that data. If you want to know more about QE, just do a quick Google. You'll find Wikipedia entries and different financial articles on what it means, and why it's important, etc. But it's been a theme that has dominated the markets for the last, say, 15 years or so, and probably will continue to do so. It's also important for FX. So if I click on QE FX, what I've done here is that I've compared the rate of QE being deployed on a year-over-year basis, so the shaded areas, versus the DXY. And here you can see how Japan's QE has come out compared to the JPY. Again, with the euro and the yuan, and you can compare it to the United States and how they've been printing in the DXY, and you can see it has major effects on currencies that there are around the world. So far, these are the biggest culprits around the world, but as things get worse or better in the future, we shall see who will also join the QE race. But for now, these are measurements that I use for QE, what I compare them to, and you can start to see some correlations and some patterns, and starting to see how this data affects markets. So that's what I would recommend. Um, uh, This is very easily done in Excel, as you guys have seen through my other videos. If you found this video helpful, do like the video, do share the video, do subscribe to the channel. Also, do use the referral link down below for Metastock Xenith, where all this data comes from. 3 months for the price of one. Thereafter, it is $99 US a month. And I will see you in the next one.